Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. I am both a Western and Vedic astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader, and I'm also well versed in Vedic remedies. I am so excited to have an amazing guest on today. Her name is Jen Sankey, and she is the owner and operator of Stardust Wanderer Tarot. She is an absolutely fabulous human being, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hello. Thanks for having me on. I'm so excited. And your intro is so nice. It's so nice and soothing. I'm just like watching it like, oh, this is nice. I love it. So yes, like you said, my name is Jen Sankey, Stardust Wanderer Tarot. And I've been reading tarot now probably for 30-ish years. I live in upstate New York. I have 4 boys, a husband, a couple dogs, that sort of thing. And I'm really excited to be here today.
Oh, and don't forget the hedgehog.
Oh, my dog is no longer.
Oh,
So
no. Oh my
he's
gosh.
in
Okay.
spirit.
Okay, I
He's in
missed that for
spirit.
some reason. Okay, that
No,
was
that was
Simon.
Simon. Yes, Simon.
Yes.
Simon passed. So only actually lived like 5 years. Isn't that crazy? It's not so.
That
It's
is
not very long at
crazy.
all, right? I'm
No.
like, oh, all right. And I didn't know that until after I had him and like took him to the doctor and and I'm like, oh, all right. But he's around. He's always
He
around.
is.
He hangs out with
Yeah,
me.
definitely. Definitely. All
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
So I'm going to say hi to some people in our audience. Pooja, good to see you. Scott. Oh, Scott, you're so great. He is Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot. Everyone go and subscribe to his channel. He puts on amazing shows. Jiao, so good to see you. Good to see you, Jiao. So just to let everybody know how the show works, we hit our tips first before we hit your questions. So I see your questions are already starting to come in, but know that you'll go to the front of the line if you tip and we spend more time on your question. If you guys are wondering where Tanis is, her power's out. So she's not able to get on. But before we start, I would like to talk a little bit more about the lovely Jen Sankey. Miss Jen here has a deck coming out. Can you tell us a little bit more about this fabulous deck that you have?
Yes, it is going to be going. It's a Kickstarter deck, and it will be going on April 25th. So it's coming up very soon, which is both exciting and terrifying. I have been working. My artist and I have been working on this deck now for about 4 years. So it's
Wow.
been a while, and it is really it's very unique in that it's about space pirates and gods and goddesses, and it's
Yep.
this whole world that I kind of created off of the Fool. And her name is Mina, and she finds out that she is a demigoddess. So her mother is Selene, the goddess of the moon, and her dad is Blackbeard. So it kind
Mhm.
of goes through all of the through like her Fool's journey, and obviously it's based on the Rider Waite Smith deck. And it's a very sci-fi, lots of galaxy imagery, and we're just so excited to finally be coming, bringing it to everybody.
Well, it's a beautiful deck. I love the colors and the imagery. I can't wait to read your interpretations and the story behind Mina. So now, was this off
Yeah.
of Interview with a Vampire, the name?
No, actually,
Okay.
so Celine had, which is a good catch. I like that. So Celine actually had like 50 daughters, and
Mm.
one of the names is Mina, and
Mhm.
that was kind of, she came to me first. She was like
Mm.
first up, and I kind of channeled her, and I'm like, let's make a deck out of this. And then this whole world just kind of exploded around it. And so that's really where all of this came from. And all of the pirates that are in it are actually real pirates. So I know a lot about pirates. And so they're in the cards. There's some of the they're in all of the cards. And for each of their like characteristics is how I kind of place them in the cards. I would have a card come up and I'd be like, what's this one? So I have King of Swords, and some of my there's female kings and all of that in my deck. And there is this Chinese pirate, and she was like pretty badass, and she was very direct, and she took over like so much, you know, in the eastern part of the world doing her pirate thing. So she was the King of Swords. I was like, yes, you're going to be it.
Yes.
So it was really fun to research everything and then kind of put it all together. And with even just gods and goddesses, like trying, you know, I'm looking at those. And so kind of the story of it just quickly is that you have the space pirates who kind of roam this world, this galaxy, and then you have the gods and goddesses who are kind of in charge of everything. But the space pirates really don't care that they're in charge of everything. And then there are separate planets there that there are people who live on the planets, and they are kind of like space pirates who decided to give up the pirate life, and they live on the planets now. And each planet is controlled by a god or goddess, so they kind of have to go by their rules, but they don't care anymore because they're like, we're done doing that. And but they still host all the space pirates, so there's still the interaction, and in the cards there's interaction with them and all of that. So it's just, you know, it just really kind of spun into this whole thing, and it was really a lot of fun to kind of start diving into it.
Oh, that is awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and share a screen here of what this looks like, of what your deck looks like. If I can get this open. Let's see, there it is. And so guys, this is the Kickstarter page, okay? And you can see some of the imagery here. So you just go to kickstarter.com, just type in Stardust Wanderer Tarot, and you can see the stuff here. And let me just open this up so you guys can see the imagery a little bit better. And then, yeah, here's some of the amazing imagery. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? So you've got the pirates, you've got the goddesses.
So the moon one, that's actually Selene. Then we have Blackbeard. We got Mom, Blackbeard. The Two of Swords is Dad. Mina is right there. And then we have Poe, who's a magical three-eyed raven, who is a magician, who is kind of like her guide.
Oh, that is so cool. I love this deck. So yeah, this is where you guys can pre-contribute. You can get notified of the launch. Okay, it's really exciting. And then you can learn a little bit more about it and how it's coming along.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. And all right. So we are excited to get to all of your questions, guys. So before we do, I'm going to go ahead and discuss what's going on astrologically. And then Jen, if you want to use any of your deck or your favorite decks to do a collective reading, then we're open. Okay. So as far as the collective goes today, today we have Saturn. And he is aspecting Mercury. So Saturn in Aquarius at 9 degrees is aspecting Mercury at 9 degrees in Aries. And again, guys, this is the sidereal calculation. So it's the exact math in the sky. So this brings a heightened sense of responsibility, some seriousness to our communications. It brings a disciplined approach to our mental activities and can cause us to think more deeply and carefully before speaking or making decisions. Because as you guys know, Saturn is the karmic teacher. He likes to create those obstacles, those roadblocks to keep us on track, on our dharmic path. And Mars is Mercury in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, is usually a little too impulsive. And so Saturn is basically mitigating our conversations. So just be patient, be persistent when it comes to your communications, and know that slow and steady progress is going to work towards your goals, not anything quick. Okay. Someone who has this in their chart is Russell Crowe, and he's a pretty impulsive guy. So, and then tomorrow, yeah, exactly. So tomorrow we have a full moon, and this is going to be in Hasta Nakshatra. This is the golden-handed star. This brings a heightened sense of creativity, a desire to express yourself through things that involve your hands. Okay, so this could be weaving, pottery, woodworking, sewing, painting, anything that you use your hands to do. Okay. So this is a great time to create something tangible. And so this moon also brings emotional fulfillment, harmony, and balance in our personal relationships. So that's something to look forward to. Focus on building deeper connections with the people that matter to you, that's supported. And note that this full moon can also bring up issues related to control and manipulation. So this can lead to conflicts, misunderstandings, things like that. So it's important to be aware of these tendencies if you have them and work on developing a more balanced and harmonious approach to your relationships. So a celebrity example of this energy, because she totally embodies the golden handed star, is spiritual author, designer, and artist Amy Zerner. And she creates these incredible, like, spiritual tapestries of what's going on through her mind. I wouldn't be surprised if you had this in your chart too, Jen, because you're super creative. Um, and then, yeah. And then tomorrow we have something called Hanuman Jayanti. This is a very important festival celebrated to honor Lord Hanuman. He's a symbol of strength, devotion, and courage. And so we can observe rituals and practices associated with basically all of those things, having strength, devotion, and courage in the world as we navigate it. So you can celebrate by fasting, doing a puja, visiting temples, donating, offering prayers, because it's all about our devotion and our connection to the divine. That's what the symbol of Hanuman represents. And then I'm really excited for this because Venus is entering Taurus tomorrow in the Vedic calendar. And so it's right over my ascendant, which I'm very happy about. So this brings beauty, art, material comforts, a talent for creating beautiful things, an eye for design and aesthetics, much like your deck, Jen. This is a great time to basically promote yourself and get your deck out there. And it's going to be in Taurus until May 2nd. So your launch is perfect. Venus in Taurus is really going to support
Yeah.
you. If anyone in our audience, if you have any possessiveness or jealousy or struggle letting go, it's important to be aware of those tendencies during this time. So it's great to have a beautiful, creative, wonderful environment, but don't get too attached to it. Okay, because that energy can create this. So just create a balanced and healthy approach to your relationships and your material possessions, and you'll be just fine. And celebrity examples of this transit include Elon Musk, Princess Diana, Prince William. They have very lavish lifestyles, so that would make sense. And lots of energy coming our way. Oh, on the 11th of April, we have a Sun Jupiter conjunction in Ravati. That is such a good sign. I love Ravati. This brings a really positive and optimistic outlook, as well as a sense of abundance and a desire to explore new opportunities. So if you're looking to expand your horizons via education or travel, this is a great time for that. And if you're also looking for a philanthropic pursuit, that's really supported during this time as well. The only thing with Jupiter being this close to the sun is just beware of excess and overindulgence, because Jupiter can do that. So just if you struggle with moderation, whether it be food, alcohol, other vices, just try to keep that mitigated. And so basically this week is all about balance, guys. We've got some great energies coming our way. The eclipses don't come until a little later in the month, but I will warn you as those get closer and what to expect from them. But overall, it's a pretty good energy, and I'm actually excited for this week. So I will let Jen explain what she sees for the coming week too.
Yeah. Yes. I actually, before I start, I have just started studying Vedic astrology. So I'm like baby at it, but I've been, diving into it and all of that. And it's like so fascinating. I really am enjoying it. It really,
Good.
it's really, it's because I like, I know like tropical and whatever, but I really wanted to kind of learn more about it because I really like doing too, like the mantras and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I know because I feel like with Vedic too, it's like you feel like you could do something about it. So like if something's like inauspicious, you're like, all right, I'm gonna just do a couple of these chants and we're gonna be good.
That's true. Remedies are very important in Vedic astrology. Yeah.
Like it makes me feel better. I mean, it could be whatever, but it makes me feel better. So that works for me.
It does. It works for me too. And I'm teaching classes this year if you want to take any. I'm doing a full 12-week workshop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's good to know. Awesome. And it's, it's always interesting too when you get your Vedic signs, because you're just like, oh, and I really actually relate more to those than I do the tropical. So it's just very interesting to me. All right. Oh, we have a jumper. So let's see what we got for this week. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Well, I mean, it really kind of goes along with what you were saying because we got the Fool, we got the Sun, and then we got this 9 of Pentacles. So, really, it is about, jumping in, starting new creative endeavors. Like, what lights you up? What makes you feel like you're on top of the world? Because that's what you need to be doing right now. And that's what's going to bring in that abundance. Because basically, what you're doing when you're doing that is you're letting the universe know you're ready to receive. So, once the universe gets that memo, then it starts, okay, they're ready, starts sending it your way. So really keeping in that really positive mindset. And even if you're a little nervous about starting new things, just trust yourself, trust the universe, and really lean into your intuition.
Oh, that's beautiful advice. I love that. All right. Okay, so, and I love that you use Rider Waite. That's like my go-to deck. So, all
Yeah,
right.
this is a really cool deck. It's the Fyodor Pavlov Tarot, and it's a really
Oh,
it's a really cool deck, and I love it because it's also got gold on it because gold is
I love
exciting.
the gold edge stuff.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I have
so
the
which my
my.
deck will have gold,
Oh, awesome! I look forward to that.
kilo gold, and then we're doing gold on the backs too. So it'll be cool.
That is very cool.
Yes,
Yeah, I've
all
got
the
my
gold.
creativity oracle here and it's my. I just love it. It just really
Yeah.
adds a lot to it. You have to shuffle a
Mhm.
little bit differently, but it's
Yeah,
fun.
you do.
It's fun to
It
use.
is. It's like a learned thing, and I know a lot of people don't like the gilded decks. They're like, "Oh, they chip," and I'm like, "It just adds character. It's like an old house, right, Michelle? It just adds
Yeah.
character."
Yep. Yep.
It
You don't
doesn't
want those.
bother me. Like, I feel like if you are that worried about it, then maybe buy 2 decks, use one to keep and one to use, but
Yep.
that's
I
just my
am
take on it.
I am right there with you.
Mhm.
Okay. So our first I wanted to say hi to some people here. Let's
Mhm.
see. We've got Pooja. Good to see you, Pooja. We've got Scott, Kathleen. Good to see you, Kathleen. Dwan. Oh, yes. Good God. What a beautiful deck. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Kathleen, I'm sorry to hear you're going through a hard time. This is eclipse season for you, so I can relate. Um, and then, oh, Rachel, hey, good to see you. It's okay, you're a little late. We're just getting started here. And so, Pooja, you came in before we even started the show. So I'm going to go ahead and get to your question first. And then we're going to go in order unless you tip, and then we'll hit your question before everybody else. Okay, so Pooja, significant energy is coming into your life. The first one I got was that you're stuck. You may be stuck because you're over attached to a method or a piece. Okay, so this guy, he's riding a donkey. You can see this man and his steward. They're riding a donkey up a mountain, and the donkey's not moving. You got a donkey in your life. It's not allowing you to move forward. Okay, so I asked, what's the donkey? I got that there is something regarding belonging that needs to happen. Okay, this is from the Whispers of Ganesh. All right, I know you love this deck, Pooja. So it's basically what they're asking you to do is learn to find security from within yourself. Because as you see in this card, Ganesh is using a mouse as his vehicle, which signifies triumph over the ego, and the mouse symbolizes the ego because the ego eats away all things that can be good and decent in us. Okay, so the mouse is called Mushak, and he's a Ganesh's vahan or vehicle. And basically, long story short, Lord Ganesha came to kill him, and the demon says, "Please don't kill me." And he goes, "I won't do it if you serve me forever." And so the mouse said, "Sure," and accepted the condition. And he turned him into a mouse, and that's like the symbology behind it. So what that basically means is belonging seeks to solve the predicament of your ego's own perceived separation from other people. And since the ego has no conscious memory, its connections to others and to source, you can experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with people around you. Okay. This would be like getting the hermit in the tarot. Okay. Um, the hermit reversed. You need to get out and socialize. You need to try to be more part of a community. This could be your family, peer groups, just people that you're comfortable with. Now, no, the ego's, it's neither good nor bad. We all need one. It's part of being in this play that we're living in, but it's simply a natural part of your existence. But it can manifest inclinations that are more positive or negative. So they're kind of asking you to balance the more positive aspects of belonging and develop your ability to kind of bond and share and care for those in your environment. And you'll be able to see yourself more clearly through the mirrors of these relationships and kind of get out of this stuck place that you're in. So try not to seek approval from others as you do this, because that's another important boundary that you have to set when you invite others back into your life. So through this card, I think Spirit is trying to help you focus on positive feelings from being a part of a community. So just learn to trust, ask for help, and rely on others. Okay. It's not just you. Once you do this, you're going to open up the door for something new emotionally. Okay. I've got the Ace of Water, falling in love, resurgence of relationships, spiritual growth, enhanced intuition. Okay. You've got some new energies coming your way if you're able to kind of open up and accept this feeling of belonging and being part of a community. Okay, Pooja, I would hope that was helpful. I know Jen has lots more for you.
All right, let's see what we got for them. All right, so I have the Emperor, and I on Michelle's card, the donkey. I kind of feel like you're the donkey, not calling you that, but I feel that you're almost keeping yourself stuck. So it's almost like it's time for you to just like harness this Emperor energy. Like, you know what? I'm good at what I do. I'm good to everyone around me. And I'm just going to like, kind of sit in the glow of that and like give yourself some credit. I feel like you need to give yourself a pat on the back, that you're a little bit too hard on yourself. So I think that's really will help you also move forward and kind of keep going. So next we have the Queen of Coins. So, you may want to go do some stuff, but maybe you're just a little worried about, all right, well, I want to go here and I want to go there, but you don't want to spend the money, which we understand. We all kind of want to nurture our money and we want to make sure. But I feel like, again, it's almost because you feel like you don't deserve it. And I think here you need to really nurture yourself in that way and go do something nice for yourself as well. So let's see what else. And an Ace of Wands. So go do it. Just go out there, do it. Aces are about possibilities, and that all the possibilities are there, but nothing's going to happen until you take that step. So it's time for you to go do something nice for yourself, get out of your own head, be nice to yourself, and go do the things. That's what I got for you.
That's awesome. And I love you got double aces, Pooja. So you got that fire and water energy. So that's awesome. All right. Okay. And let's see here. So our next question is Jow. Oh, and Scott Scorpio. Thank you, Scott. Please subscribe to Jen's channel. It's at Stardust Wanderer Tarot. Thank you, Scott. It's right there in the chat if you're joining us from YouTube. Okay. All right, Jow. Any messages from my guides? Thank you. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, Jow. We're going to get to Rachel first because I just saw that you tipped Rachel. All right. So Rachel, where's Tanis? Tanis is power's out. So she can't join us this week. So, and that just happened this afternoon. And then let's see. Oh, Jacqueline, good to see you, honey. Okay, Rachel. Oh, no. My question, I'm wondering what I could do about my dizziness, shaking, and constipation. I feel like I'm doing everything right, but feel meh. I also never heard back from my job and I'm pissed. I would love any cards for this. Okay, Rachel. So the first and major card I got is you need to take out some time for reflection. This is from the Creativity Oracle. Time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks and take the right actions. You're moving too fast. Spirit's literally trying to slow you down, mind, body, and spirit, because you're like, the energy that I got when I tapped into you was like this. Okay. Take a breath, breathe, calm down, calm your energy. Okay. Because there are two parts of you. There's one part of you that's just bald, like anyways, it's just a lot of energy. Okay. And there's another part of you that's saying slow down. Okay. Listen to that part of you. Okay. Because I'm getting two signals coming off of you. One where you want to go, go, go. The other one is rest, rest, rest. Okay. Take time for reflection. Don't try to rush anything right now. It's just not the time for that. I did go to Karma Cards and I got Gemini. Communicate what you need. Express yourself in ways that, oh, that's interesting. What they're saying is call a friend. Okay. Just go ahead, call, text, maybe set up a Zoom with a good friend and just kind of forget things for a little bit. Okay, then and they can actually help you reflect. This friend might be a Gemini, but I got the communication card. All right. To go call someone. This is what your guides want you to focus on instead of all this other stuff going through your head. We got this card before. Connect to your true source to manifest your desires. Okay. When I get the enlightenment card, this tells me that your guides are trying to tap in and communicate with you, but they're not quite able to get through because you have way too much anxiety. And I'm getting kind of static going on because of the stress that you're putting yourself under. This is the Sahasrara chakra. It's the crown chakra, and it's connected to your well being, your mind, your body, your spirit. And this energy block is keeping you from being connected to your true source. So you need to set a clear goal of how you would like to connect with your higher self. And they're also recommending a specific modality to clear blocks. So if there's a Reiki healer in your area, I recommend connecting with them and just getting back in alignment. Yeah, open yourself up consciously to opportunities that'll help you reach their goal. But you have to calm down first and have this open so that you can better attune to your guides. And they're also trying to reach you in the dream world, but they haven't been as successful as they like to because of the anxiety piece. Okay. So just know to and truly enjoy living life on earth. The more that you kind of release these limiting programs and these anxieties and emotional patterns, the more quickly you're going to be able to manifest your desires, including, whatever job that comes your way. Okay. So create your life as you intended, but you're going to need to clear this. All right. Choose to live life fully and achieve real enlightenment where all things are possible. That's the main message I'm getting from your guides. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and pull a self-care card for you because I think that's important, given that I've got a lot of anxiety flowing through me right now after tapping into you. Okay. Alone time. Go walk by the water, honey. Okay. Notice that she has the moon cycles around her too. They're saying not only spend more time alone, but also sit down and make a daily journal, note the moon cycle of the day, and pay attention to those moon cycles because it can help you better navigate your emotional responses. Okay, but alone time is what you need. That's what your guides are telling you to do. Going out, doing a million things at once, not the time to do it. This is a time for reflection. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love, Rachel, and I hope that was helpful.
All right, let's see what we got here. Here we got strength. So this is really kind of, I feel like this is more of a reminder card, just kind of letting you know that you are a strong person and you can do all these things that you have to do. But I also really, what's kind of standing out for me is the red in this. And so for that, I really am kind of leading to the root chakra. So basically all of our root chakras are a mess. I mean, that's just how it is. But I think for you too, it's really important to ground. And even with the card Michelle had gotten with the water, like maybe an Epsom salt bath, maybe just something to kind of ground you, just kind of level everything out. And I think by doing that grounding too, it'll kind of help all of the belly issues and all of that too. And that you are definitely, you can do this. Like you can do this. Like I just keep in my head, all I'm hearing is you can do this. So keep that in mind. And when you are, if you know what you can always do is you can just get some Epsom salt, put a little bit of olive oil in it, and even if essential oil if you want, and do a scrub. It's the same thing if you don't have a tub. So that is another option, and it does the exact same thing, and it just really helps to cleanse and balance. And I think that would really be helpful for you too. So let's see what we got here. So next we have the Queen of Swords. And again, I with a lot of that red, I think it's really important also for you to kind of speak your mind, and maybe you're not expressing yourself because you're worried about what other people are going to think or say from whatever your response is. And I think that's also kind of it's kind of like holding that energy in that doesn't need to be there. And I think it's really important for you to speak your mind, like just own it, just say it, because if you're not going to say it to them or whatever the situation is, somebody else is going to. but you need to do it to help kind of release that. And that's a part of your process that you need. So our last card we're gonna get here. Let's see. We got a lot of queen energy going on. So I think that is also really important too about the nurturing aspect of nurturing yourself. And that's kind of piggyback even what on Michelle was saying too. I think it's really important for you to do that. And here too, again, it might be a material thing. It might be financially you're worried about something, and see what you can do to kind of even your thought process on money, or possessions. Don't try to come from a place of lack and be like, oh, I want this, but I don't have the money. Kind of change that. And also like even bringing the moon cycles in, because I do a lot of moon work too. And maybe it's about what you want to bring in. Maybe start manifesting with the moon. Use the full moon to release those thoughts of, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I really think for you, it's important to kind of just sit down and almost kind of check yourself, and say, all right, what's going on here and what can I do about it?
I love that, Jen. That's such great advice. And that's something that I do is I pay attention to the moon cycles, and it's like, okay, this one's I can expect a lot of energy tomorrow. This one not so much. And Rachel gives you a thumbs up. All right, Rachel, thank you so much. I wanted to say hi to some people in the audience. Beth, good to see you, Beth. Scott, thanks for helping me out with my channel. I appreciate you as always. And then I love the bathtub tip that you gave Rachel too. She doesn't have a bathtub, but you gave her I'm totally using that.
Yeah.
And
I usually have something for everything.
yes, that's awesome. Well, you're a mom, so that'll do that. Yep.
Right. I can always come up with something.
Totally. Kristen, it's good to see you. Welcome, Kristen. So yeah. Oh, and Jacqueline, it's okay if you're late. We just love having you with us. Thank you, Jacqueline. All right. So let's get to our next question. Oh, Susan, good to see you. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question, Susan. Our next question in order is Jiao. Good to see you, Jiao. Any messages from my guides? Thank you. Okay, Jiao. So I did get some interesting messages. They want you to recycle something. Learn from the past and apply it into creating your vision for the future. So the answer to your question is sit in reflection, because I got the reflection and recycle card. Okay. And think about how you can fix this. Okay, they're showing me something that you've solved in the past and how that can help you solve your current predicament. So you've done this before. You're just going to have to think, like bring some innovation into it. But they said that through reflection, you're going to take some time to focus, balance, reflect, guide yourself past any stumbling blocks, and you'll make the right decision. But the answers that they're going to give you is basically that you need to take time to reflect in order to learn from the past, if that makes any sense. So you're kind of revamping a lesson a little bit. You've solved it before, and that's where the answer lies. So if you're able to reflect, you'll be able to solve your current predicament. All right. Because you have a major decision that you're making. Okay. This is interesting. Consider all of your options before making an informed choice, Jiao. Ask yourself what exactly you want from the situation, and are you satisfied with the way that things are moving in your life? Because spirit is guiding you to know what your desires are, and the odds are in your favor right now. So that's good. Okay. The decision that you're making right now is either sticking with what you know or breaking out and trying something new. Okay. So this is a time for veering out on a new adventure, and kind of making this decision is not typical from your like the way that you live your life, your habits. Your habit trail is like what I like to call it. But spirit is going to gift you with a much greater understanding of who you are and what you can create. So zero in on the goal. Okay, Jiao, take the step and make the selection. You've worked really hard. You've evolved so much through your life lessons. So the change is coming and you're totally ready for it. Okay. They're saying you need to motivate yourself by taking more time out to rejuvenate. Okay. treating yourself to simple things that bring you joy can help you through this process. And because you're going to be discovering activities to take you away from this routine that you've been in for a while. All right. And when you introduce little changes, which is what they're recommended to your day to day, and you create new thoughts. So, yeah, the main energy is that, he's this thing here is called a gata, or it's a mace. Okay. And so what that's telling me is spirit is challenging you to be more decisive, like a judge. You are the judge of your life and where you're going to go. So as you become like a little bit more strong-minded with your relationships, with the direction in your life, you're going to create some opportunities to reflect, because we hit that reflection card, on your longer term goals and desires. So you'll be in a better position to plan and to achieve this goal that's coming up. Um, you're ready for major change. Know that. This could be travel to a place that's completely different from where you're used to being. It could also be furthering your education if you're looking into that. But whatever you're stepping into is going to expand your development. It's going to grow your horizons beyond just the immediate environment that they're showing me. And with a careful planning and a very moderated approach, because that's kind of the theme of this week, you're going to set yourself up for success well into the future. Okay. Great messages, Zhao. I'm excited for you. I know Jen has more.
It's my turn. All right, let's see what we got. All right. I'm just going to throw a couple cards out here. So I really think, first off, I the whole decision making part of things is really a big thing, and I do feel that your guides are sending you kind of little hints and messages on the direction that you're supposed to be taking, but you're kind of like looking the other way right now. So I really want you to pay attention to those little things that happen. And for me, it's hard because a lot of people are like, oh, I saw this number and I saw this sign. And so it must be. I always like to say, if I see it, like in my own head, this is kind of how I do it. If I see it more than 3 times, then I know it's a sign, right? It's not just a coincidence or whatever that is. So it's pay attention to the repeating things. And most popular is numbers, but sometimes too, you'll be even scrolling on whatever and you'll see a red bird, and then you'll see an ad that has a bird in it. And then sit down, even for the next couple days, every time you kind of have that synchronicity, write it down. And then at the end of the week, take a minute and sit with it and really see. You'll be amazed at all the things that show up. And sometimes they even go together and tell a little story, and might even put, kind of direct you where you need to be going, but well, that's it. So now this is your homework assignment, Zhao. You should write this stuff down. And I'm telling you, because that's sometimes, I'm a little squirrely. I'm a little everywhere. So sometimes I have to even do that myself, because I'm just like, oh yeah, that looks like a sign, but I don't know. And then you forget about it and you don't realize how many times it's actually happening. So the next card we got here is this Empress. She is quite the saucy one. And she is, all about, the abundance and all of those things that you can acquire. And I feel like that even your guides are just like, they're there, just listen to us. So really paying attention to that. So even with this, we have like red flowers. So let's pay attention. Maybe red flowers will pop up for you, just as an example, but who knows? I don't know. I felt a need to say that, so I would pay attention. And then next we have the Ace of Coins. I'm pulling all the aces for everybody tonight. So, well, sometimes though, even if you already know it, it's like you subconsciously know it, but you don't actually know it. And you need that reminder, and you need that like kind of poke, and that's what our guides are there for. They're to give us those little pokes of like, yeah, you know what you need to do. You're not doing it. So here we are poking you. So sometimes it is something you already know, but you're not giving attention to it. You're not giving energy to it. And that's really what they're asking you to do. So with this Ace of Coins, again, the ace, the possibility, coins, money, material things, that possibility is there. And that it's all about you taking those steps to harness it. And I feel like there may be a step that you, or a decision that you've been waiting to make, and you just kind of not really, you're kind of waffling on it. You're not sure. You're getting a little too much in your head. You know what? Just really go with your gut. Lean into your intuition and make that decision. And that's what I get.
Great reading, Jen. Thank you. We hope that was helpful, Zhao. And yes, hearing from your guides is very important in making decisions. So when we're in our own heads, we just get in the way. I found that out the hard way more than once. So, all
I
right.
think it's a continual process too. That's why they're always poking at us and sending us signs.
Totally. Totally. And Ramsey's here. It's so good to see you, Ramsey. Oh, thank you for joining us. We love you. All right. So our next tipper is Susan. So if you're ahead of Susan, just know what she tipped and we're getting to her first. Okay. If you want to be in front of the line, tip. All right. So Miss Susan is asking, I have an opportunity to work with a coach. If so, would that be the most helpful to focus on with her in order to move forward? Okay. New coach. Excellent. I don't know what it's a coach in, but I'm excited for you because I did get some good cards. I did get the decision card for you too. So this is a decision. It is important for you to make. And what they're saying is just ask yourself what you want out of the situation. If you're satisfied with the way that things are moving and progressing with this coach, then keep the coach with you. Okay. Because spirit is guiding you to know what your desires are. Okay. Know that whatever this project is, that like I told Zhao earlier, the odds are in your favor because this is a very auspicious, wonderful card to get for making a decision. Okay. But they are saying that you need to motivate yourself by taking little steps at a time and not trying to rush in it right into things right away. Okay. So being very patient with yourself and continue to treat yourself with like little things along the way to kind of like encourage you to stay on track. Okay. They're also saying incorporate this new project into your day-to-day schedule. Don't just do it like 3 days a week or whatever. Do a little bit of this exercise every day is what they're saying. But not all at once because that can lead to issues. All right. So then I went to Karma Cards because I know that you're a big Karma Cards fan, just like I am. And I got Venus. Whatever you're doing with this person moving forward or whatever coach that you're working with, you are going to start feeling amazing. Okay. Venus is all about beauty and our surroundings and love and it's just a really good feel good energy. Okay. It's pleasure, it's attraction. It's a good thing, good times. All right. So this is whatever you're moving toward is going to help you enjoy life more, is what they're saying, because that's what Venusian energy does. Then I got some interesting cards. I don't know what these mean, Susan, but you were just married. So I got the lustful. Enjoy the sex. Okay. Embrace your individuality, sexuality, and sacred gifts. And so this is a very kind of lust-filled, happy card. This is from the Intuition Oracle. And so what really stands out for me is the butterfly, because you are transforming in this new relationship that you're in. And so enjoy the physical aspects of your relationship. They're being fully supported, my dear. And I feel like this thing that you're doing is going to promote this aspect of your relationship, which you want that as a newlywed. I did get that this is the end of a difficult situation. I got the 10 of air. There's something that you've been fighting for a very long time and you're finally overcoming it. Okay. It's embrace the change, expect things to get better now. And it says recovering from an addiction. So there's something in your life that you were doing to excess. That's what addictions are. It's like everything needs to be in moderation in our lives. And if something is off, it can take us off balance. Okay. So that needs to be the main focus, is you're only going to get better from here. Okay. Depending on this balance that needs to take place, because I know you do too much. Okay. All right. 6 of water. Yes, moderate. Thank you, Lord. I need to moderate. Yeah, I hear you. So if there's some memories regarding your childhood, your past, things like that, romanticizing the past, I mean, those are all beautiful things. And there might, okay, interesting. All right. I've got to get out of my own way today. They're showing me you calling a friend, and this person's really encouraging, so they can help you keep on track. This is someone from your past. You know them really well. And they're showing you connecting with them, and they can kind of give you some encouragement. All right. I was wondering why this came up. Okay. Then I pulled 2 self-care cards. This goes right in line with the Intuition Oracle. I got pleasure. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your new marriage. Have fun with it. Explore each other's bodies. Okay. And then I got sing. I know you love to sing. You have the most beautiful voice. You love to lead groups. Spirit is really encouraging you to get out there and continue to sing. I know that you had a little bit of a faux pas this week and you couldn't get to one of your events. Know that that was meant to be so that you could just move in another direction. Okay. Super exciting cards for you. I get to sing twice this weekend. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really happy for you. All right. So yeah, I've got pretty good cards for this coach, but the main thing that I'm seeing is that they need to work with you at your own pace. This is something that you need to do on a daily level. Like don't skip a day is what they're saying, but also don't do too much in one day. It needs to be, again, in moderation. All right. And I'm glad. Okay. You're glad for the rest. Daily steps. Okay, good. So yes, take daily steps toward this. All right. Sending you lots of love, Susan. I know Jen has more for you.
All right. Let's see what we have. So we have here, I got the Four of Swords. I'm sorry, the Four of Swords. So I do feel that there are some things that you need to release still. And this coach may be bringing up some of that. And I do feel like maybe that is some past stuff that might be coming up for you. And, you know, sometimes too, like even it kind of leads me even to thinking about like an imposter syndrome type thing. But when you reach that point, know that that's your glass ceiling. Know that you're getting ready to break through. So don't retreat from it. Just keep kind of push moving forward. And, you know, I think that balancing aspect is really important for you too. And, you know, make sure that you ask the questions that you need to ask and don't not ask them because you think that maybe they're silly. Because I feel like the questions even that you're going to be asking, if there's a group or if it's an individual or even for this coach, it's going to get everybody thinking. So you're actually kind of helping them and helping yourself in that way. So then we got that Emperor energy. So I think it's all about just being really loud and proud of who you are and what you're doing and how you're doing it and not being afraid to step into that energy. The Emperor, you see, he's got his scrolls here. You know, he's holding important information. So you are holding important information. And it's really, you know, it's like imperative that you share it instead of just holding it. And again, you may feel that it's not like an important thing that you have to share, but it actually is going to be way more important to somebody than you realize. So make sure you're doing that and really sharing that. And then here we got the, which is really interesting too. We got a lot of fours. So that's interesting to me too, but we have this Four of Wands. So this is just celebrating. And I think this is just celebrating you. And, you know, I'm hearing you're newly married, just celebrating and including everybody in it. And I think as you're celebrating with other people and talking to other people, that's also going to bring new ideas and new opportunities your way relating to what you're getting coaching on too. So I do feel that it's really just about you getting out there and just doing it and really just being confident in yourself. Yeah, it's going to be a little scary, but you know what? That's okay. You know, I always kind of for myself, I always think that like when I feel like I want to puke, when somebody asks me to do something, then I know I have to do it. It's like, okay, yeah, now I got to do it. So it's kind of like that sort of thing. Like, I feel like you're going to hit, you know, this glass ceiling and you're going to be like, forget this. Nope, keep going. You'll be fine.
I love that. That's so true. I threw up so bad during the SATs. All over myself in front of the whole class. I was so nervous, man.
That's awful.
I mean, I got a full scholarship to college. It all worked out, but it was like, man,
it all worked out. You just you got to get a little messy sometimes.
Oh yeah, so definitely.
These damn physical bodies, you know, they just don't always cooperate.
Totally. So I get it. And then Susan, I have this fabulous book on numerology, Tantra, Ayurveda, and astrology. And I pulled up fours because that's what Jen was tapping into. Mm-hmm. And 4 is ruled by Rahu. That's the North Node. So there's
Oh.
something in your life that you're moving into. Let's see. Let me go ahead and read this for you so you can kind of see what's going on with the psychic number 4. Let's see. It's ruled by Rahu. It's always changing, never fixed, always retrograde, never direct. The influence of Rahu introduces sudden changes. You might constantly face ups and downs because you undergo these changes so suddenly. You develop a doubting nature and cannot trust easily. They're telling me you need to trust in yourself as you go through this process. Don't give up on yourself,
Mhm.
okay? Because of their uncertainty, you have to consult and act on advice of others throughout your life. So you do need a coach to help you through this. This also happens because Rahu weakens the power to discriminate between right and wrong and the power of right judgment, which gives a decisive nature. This person can help you be more decisive in making better choices regarding this thing that you're working on. There, okay, taking these steps. I also know that you came out of Rahu Mahadasha and into Jupiter Mahadasha. So this out of balance energy that Rahu created in your life, you're looking to balance that now, is what they're saying. And Jupiter can help you do that because he is amazing. He's the guru, he's the teacher, the coach in your case. So they're saying that this number 4 can represent extremists. Okay. So because they struggle. Okay. Okay. So basically, you just need to, yeah, they're just saying practice more balance. You're very helpful to society and you do a lot of amazing things, but this is more of an internal balance. Okay. So that's what the number 4s are asking you to do. The Emperor is very much in line with maintaining balance, that 4 squared. Okay. So I'm sending you lots of love as you go through that. Okay, Susan, I hope that was helpful. All right. So we're going to do one more question. If you want your question answered, go ahead and tip. Otherwise, we're going to sign off after this because we're getting close to 5 o'clock. Okay. All right. So our next question is, I believe it was Kathleen up here. I'm a Libra. I'm going through a hard time. Okay. I'm just going to find your question, Kathleen, and we're going to get to you next. I know that you're in here. A lot of you are coming today. Welcome, everybody. It's so good to see you. All right. Well, you just said reading, please, at the beginning. So I'll put that down there. And I think you said something about your spirit guides as well. Oh, any spirit messages for me, please. Okay. All right. So, Kathleen, the main thing I got for you, I went to my Whispers of Ganesh, is I got the Innocence card. Okay. What this tells me is that the simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. You need to soften up a little bit. Okay. In this card, the aura around Ganesha is very innocent. It's soft. So be willing to release cynicism, is what they're telling me. Okay. If you've noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time, try to gather more experience and be familiar with the situation because they're saying that you might have lost touch with your innocence. Okay. Change and transformation, they're always possible, but you're being offered an opportunity to approach your situation with a renewed sense of peace. Okay. This change that you're making, they're saying you need to get a sense of exploration about it, kind of like an excited curiosity, like a child. Okay, that can kind of take away some of the hurt that you're bringing into this. That's going to help you let go of some of these preconceived ideas that you've developed over time and allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace, because that's definitely something that you need right now. Okay. Their guides are asking to tap in. They said call on them more and they can help you renew your mind, refresh your thinking. And with their assistance, you can kind of contemplate the situation that you're encountering right now, and they'll support you. Pray to them if you're experiencing fear and anxiety. Pray for freedom from that, freedom from your fears, your worries, any unhealthy attachments, obsessions, things like that might control your thoughts or harm your soul. They can help you release a lot of those things. But in the end, you're going to learn to be more accountable for your decisions and their results. Okay. But you got to tap into this more innocent part of yourself. If you're carrying around a wound, there's a lot of people in our community that can help you release that wound. Okay. I know Jen does a lot of beautiful, magical things. Tanis is also a healer. I offer Vedic remedies. If you're looking for healing, definitely sign up a session with one or all of us to get some of that. I did get Sagittarius. This is the wounded healer represented by Chiron. Okay. You are being asked to seek out a healer. Okay. You can't heal yourself, is what they're telling me. Chiron couldn't heal himself either. That's what he represents, as the wounded healer. Okay. He could heal everybody but himself. So you have to kind of reach out to others for this healing, because it's going to involve other people. What you need to do is summon them. This is the summoner. Lots of red in this card. Okay. There's also a beautiful phoenix that he's releasing. Okay. Ask for what you want, because you deserve to get it. All right. Summon help. They will come to you, just like this bird is returning to its master. Your innocence will return to you, but you need to reach out and ask for help. Okay, Kathleen, I'm sending you lots of love during this next part of your journey. I know Jen has lots of fabulous stuff for you too. Okay. Take care of yourself, Kathleen.
All right. Let's see. So this card here, this 10 of Pentacles, this is actually the help card, believe it or not. And this is almost like the card that you're just being really stubborn, and you're not accepting the help. I feel like that there's help available to you, but you're like, no, I got this. I can do this myself. It'll be fine. This is a card that is almost also like the surrender. Like, you need to kind of surrender to this and know that it's okay to accept help. And that doesn't mean that you're failing or any of that, because none of that really matters. When it comes to any universal energy, they don't care about any of that stuff. It's just a matter of actually taking the steps to get the help and not being, Michelle had mentioned earlier too about your ego. It's like, yeah, your ego is great. You need it there. It's there to protect you. But sometimes it can be a jerk. Sometimes it can just really be loud. And it's really about, wait a minute, is this just my ego talking because it's trying to protect me? Which, yeah, that's great. Thanks, ego. But it's time for you to be like, you need to sit down a minute, and I need to explore some other options. Like, you need to kind of give it the friend card. So, not surprisingly, I got the Ace of Wands. I think I pulled an ace every time. I think I pulled every single ace in the deck. There's 4 of them, and I think I pulled every single one. So, ace, the possibility. But this card's more focused on action. So it's really about, it's time for you to take action. And nobody's going to do it for you. You need to be the one to do it. So that's something that's really important. And then we got a Queen card, because I got, apparently those two. But the Queen of Cups is just a nurturing card. But it's more, it's about making sure your cup is full before you go fill others. Because I feel like that's almost kind of the thing. Like, your spirits are like, hey, your cup is bone dry right now. And you need to just stop what you're doing and start to wait on yourself. So I think that's really, really important for you right now. And that's what I got.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jen. Oh, we hope that was helpful, Kathleen, and we're sending you lots of love as you continue your journey. Please come back and let us know how you're doing. KJ Hearts, good to see you. You can see what's going on astrologically if you roll the tape back and see what's going on. And Susan, you're so welcome. I'm glad that you found that helpful. And yeah, so, oh, Bushra's here. We're good. Thank you, Bushra. It's good to see you all the way from Pakistan. All right. Now, I know that you're coming from Pakistan and it's like 1 a.m. there. So I did pull one card for you, Bushra. Okay. I got Venus. Whatever career you're looking into, if it involves material aspects, it'll be supported. Okay. Some kind of Venusian career is what you need to be looking into. It involves beauty, art, aesthetics. Okay. Anything that makes the world more beautiful is what they're telling me. It could also involve the food and entertainment industry. Okay. That's what I'm getting. All right. Did you want to add anything to that, Jen? Or
Yeah, I'll pull a card. Why
okay.
not? Why not? Let's do that. I mean, it's 1 a.m., so I
I
gotta
know.
give you credit for that. I'm not gonna. I can't deny that. So I got the King of Swords. So I think whatever. Oh, it's 5
5
a.m.
a.m. That's even
5
that.
a.m.
Wow.
Even no, I'm not up at 5 a.m. ever. So you get all the credit. You get the gold star of the day.
Yeah.
So I think for you, career wise, it's going to be something that is a very vocal, like a speaking type of thing. So that kind of goes along with Michelle, and even food and food entertainment is obviously we're going to be talking. So I think that's really where it's going to be for you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Bushra, we hope that was helpful. And thanks for joining us at 5 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, I cannot believe it's been 1 hour. So
It
not
was
2
fast.
It really did. It really did. And I'm so happy that you were able to join us today, Jen. We really hope that you come back. I'm sorry you couldn't meet
Yes.
Tanis and read with her today. I'm sure she would have
Yes. So
absolutely,
now I
yeah.
have to come back.
Yes, and we would love to have you come back and we can show
Thank
off your
you.
new deck and
Yeah.
talk about, how that's going. And you also said you're working on another project. Can you explain that a little bit more? Or
Actually two other projects at this moment. So
Mhm.
I have a book coming out with Llewellyn. And that's Magical Manifesting with the Moon. So
Mhm.
that is coming out hopefully next year. And then also I'm working on another deck with Llewellyn as well, and that is Enchanted Forest Feline. So it's a bunch of magical kitties going through the Rider-Waite Smith.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My husband is the cat man, and so he'll probably buy that. He'll probably buy that for himself, and then I'll steal it.
No, my artist, she's from where is she from? Croatia.
Oh,
And
whoa.
this is her first kind of big job, and she's super sweet, and it's been so much fun working with her. And the art is it's a very kind of folk storybook, and there are a couple cards that are on my Instagram, but it's a lot of fun. It's really cute.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had one of those genetic tests done, and my husband's Croatian, so that's just
Mhm.
another sign to buy this deck.
See,
So
there you
there
go.
you go.
No, and she was telling me, she was messaging me, and she's showing me, she's like, oh look, this was in my town, like in the town, and it was all the wild boar. I'm like, you have wild boar running around town? I'm like,
Mhm,
she's like, yeah, they're in the woods. I'm like, that's terrifying. Now I live in the woods, and we have bear and skunks and
mhm.
possums and all the things, but not wild boar. And I was like, wait a minute, like what? She sent me all these videos. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want any. I just don't want to go outside and see a wild boar. I don't.
They're dangerous. I
They
mean, in
are,
this
and they're
yeah.
tusked. I'd be scared to death. I would be like, no. So I told her she got the gold star that day because she
Yeah,
was with wild boar.
that's awesome. Well, you're surrounded by gold stars, so there you go.
Yes. See? I can give it out anytime I
There
want.
you go. Yes, you can. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used to get, wild boar in the South, and there's, like, a whole show on A&E about how dangerous they are, so I had no idea, you know? Yeah.
It was just one of those things, like a random thing of the day. And I was like, wait a minute. I just stop everything I'm doing and just start Googling it.
All right. Well, Susan says, "Awesome. Thank you. You're so welcome." And Bushra says, "It is. I love being here." Well, we love having you here, Bushra. Welcome back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign us off. Just to let you guys know, you can find her. It's right down here, Stardust Wanderer Tarot, and then her links are all in the description, and they're on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're joining us from. They're all there. So make sure to go ahead and follow Jen. She's amazing. Her work is it's incredible. The stuff she's doing is going to be amazingly successful. And we're going to show more of it on the show, hopefully soon. So thank you so much for joining us and reading with us. She's also a fabulous reader, guys. So book a session.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. My name is Michelle Marie. I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. You can find me at astrologicaltarot.com. I have a 12-week course coming up on Vedic astrology. You can sign up at twillowlifestyle.ca. Our academy is there. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week. Please join us. Hopefully, Tanis's power will be back on by then. And
I hope so. Geez.
yes, and we all look forward to seeing you. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next week. And Jen, anything going on with you?
Hi.
Okay.
I mean, I think really just, as Michelle said, follow
Mhm.
me. If you put Stardust Wanderer Tarot, you'll find me anywhere. And yeah, come say hello. Let me know where you're from. And I'd love to see you on all my stuff.
Fabulous. And we're sending you lots of love. Thank you for joining us this week, everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care.